Good morning. Today I am going to teach you Cournot's model of oligopoly. The name Cournot has come from Augustine Cournot, who is the author of this oligopoly model. He is a French economist, contributed the Cournot model of oligopoly in the year 1838. In fact, oligopoly means there are few sellers. You know the market structure. But duopoly has got two sellers. Augustine Cournot has explained the oligopoly model by taking only two firms. Therefore, it is called as a duopoly model. Cournot has explained the model of oligopoly on the basis of the following assumptions. As I said, he said there are only two identical mineral springs operated by two owners. See, there are two owners. One is producer A and producer B. And there are two mineral springs. What is springs? Srota, from where you can take the water. It's free of cost for the producers to remove the water from the springs. Therefore, and water and minerals are similar or homogeneous, and there is no difference in the taste, and marginal cost is equal to zero because there is no production. In that is why only demand side of the market is analyzed. Now there are two duopolists. Both of them fully know the market demand for mineral water, and 5, each duopolist believe that the rival firm will keep its output constant. That means what? Suppose producer A fixes the price and output thinking that B will not react. Similar way, B thinks when he fixes the price and output that A will not react. Let's see this model on the basis of the assumptions. Let's see this model as under. As I said, that the duopolists fully know the market demand curve. Let us draw the market demand curve. X-axis we mentioned about output. Y-axis is the price. Y and X. Let's see the demand curve of the market is this one. Let's say market demand curve M and D. Market demand curve. And there are two oligopolists. Both will not enter the market for production of or removing water from the mineral springs. So one will enter first. Let us assume that producer A enters the market first. When he comes to the market, he is a monopolist. There is no one else. So his profit maximizing output will be exactly half of this. Say it is N. This point is O. So ON will be his profit maximizing output. And because that is, and we can draw the corresponding marginal revenue curve through this N. Let's see how much he is getting the profit. We know a firm is said to be in equilibrium when marginal cost is equal to marginal revenue. So you know marginal cost is already given as 0. There is no production cost. So that means that marginal cost is on the x-axis. Everywhere 0. And the marginal revenue curve, this is marginal revenue curve of Mr. A. Now marginal revenue curve and the marginal cost are contacting at the point N, and this is the equilibrium level of output for the producer A. Now let's see how much profit he is getting or earning it. So for finding the profit, we must find out profit is equal to total revenue minus total cost. Now, total cost already we know, marginal cost is 0. So, total cost is also 0. So, let us consider this is 0. What is total revenue? Total revenue is equal to average revenue into output. Average revenue means 1 unit revenue. Now, how to find out the average revenue? N is the point of equilibrium. From there, you draw a perpendicular line to the demand curve. Why demand curve? The demand curve is also known as average revenue curve. That means from N to this place, say K, Kn is average revenue. That means revenue earned by producer A for 1 unit of output. Now, how much you produce? ON quantity. So, 1 unit revenue is Kn. So, ON quantity is equal to 1 into ON. That means Kn into ON is equal to average revenue is Kn into ON. Now, to know this area, just draw a line from here and give the letter as P. Now, some of you have doubt, why did I draw this line? The line I draw here just to mention this Kn is equal to OP. That's it. Now, this is a rectangle. The total revenue is equal to ON into Kn or Kn into ON. This entire area. This entire area is the total revenue. So, you can say that is the area of ONKP minus 0. So, that is the area. Entire is total revenue. This is what the A is getting, the profit. Now, B enters into the market. When B enters the market, he found that out of the OD, this is the total output, half of the part is already occupied or taken by producer A. So, what is left behind? He has he has only ND part, half of that. So, for him, the B, the demand curve will be K to D. For A, it was N to D. But now, the demand curve for Mr. Producer B will be KD. And the corresponding marginal revenue curve will be half of that. It will pass through half of that point. This is marginal revenue of Producer B. I told you, half of the output is the profit maximizing output. That will be the maximum profit. So now B will fix the price. This is an equilibrium. MC is 0. MC is equal to MR. And he will fix the price from here to here. Say this price is, shall we give the letter as say H and give this letter as L. HL is the price, or OP, let's say OP dash is the price. OP1 or OP dash is the price. Now listen, we give the letter as G here. Now B is producing NH quantity and is charging LH per unit. So the total revenue B earns is NHLG. This is the profit. This is the profit. Entire thing is the profit of Mr. B. So total revenue of producer B is equal to area of NHLG. Now listen, something happened to Mr. A. Earlier, now see, if B is charging OP1 price and the water is similar or homogeneous for both the minerals, can Mr. A continue to charge OP price? No. He has to reduce the price. Therefore, A will also reduce the price to OP1. He will, of course, he is already producing ON, but now he will charge only OP1. That means, earlier his profit was ONKP, it was, but now after B enters the market, the profit of Mr. A or the producer A reduced from this much to only this much, ONGP1. Now, B thought A will not react when he fixes the price, but now A will react. What A will think? Before going this further, let me come to the numerical example. Just see. First, there was 1 unit, the entire OD, just to make you understand. Out of it, A, this is A, this is B, stage 1. Half of the 1 is equal to half. Now what happened? B, when B comes, 1 minus 2, 1 minus half taken place, and he will get the maximizing profit half of that. So half into 1 minus half. See, 1 minus half is equal to, meaning is what? Here in LCM, 2 into 1, 2 minus 1, that is equal to half. That means this will become, this is half, 1 minus half is half. So half into half, it is multiplications. 1 into 1, 1, 2 into 2, 4. Therefore it is 4. 1 upon 4. So B will produce 1 by 4. This was half. Then half by half is 1 by 4 he is producing. Now what A will think? A will recalculate his production. What A will think? A will have already total 1. Out of the 1 by 4 is already taken by B. So what is A having with, right now he is having as balance 1 minus 1 by 4. 1 minus 1 by 4 he has got. And in order to get maximizing profit, he will take half of that 1 minus 1 by 4. 1 minus 1 upon 4. Now what is 1 minus 1 upon 4? 1 minus 1 upon 4 means, this is LCM. Here it is 4. 4 into 1, 4. Minus 1 into 1, 1. So 3 upon 4. That means A will produce 1 upon 2 of 3 upon 4. Multiply is 1 into 3, 3. 2 into 4, 8. That is the reason you got 3 upon 8 over here. So A will produce now, to maximize the output, 1 upon 2 of 1 minus 1 by 4. So that means 3 upon 8 part. A thought B will not react, but B will again react. Now B will also reorganize his production strategies. What will he do? He will have 1 minus 3 upon 8 is already gone. 3 upon 8 is half. How to calculate it? 1 minus 3 upon 8 means, here it is 1, 8, 8 into 1, 8, cross multiply minus 3 is equal to 5 upon 8. That 1 minus 3 upon 8 means 5 upon 8. Half of that, half into profit maximizing output. Half into 5 upon 8, that is equal to 1 into 5 is 5, 2 into 8 is equal to 16. See, 5 upon 16. This process continues, and finally A and B will settle down at this point. Just see N. A will produce half of 1 minus 1 upon 3, that is equal to 1 upon 3, and B will also settle down at half of 1 minus 1 upon 3, that is equal to 1 upon 3. See, if I say the diagram, first A was producing ON, and B came to the market, he has got ND, out of that 50%. So A will have, next chance, A will have this plus this is 1.5. That means ultimately both will produce, or eventually both will produce, A will produce 1 by 3 part of the entire OD, and B will also produce 1 by 3rd of the entire OD. So 1 upon 3 plus 1 upon 3 is equal to 2 upon 3 will produce. Remaining 1 upon 3 will be lying vacant. I mean, that will not be utilized production. That means if you put in the diagram, the entire part will be divided into 3. See, 1, 2, 2. 1, 2, see 1, 2 and 3. 1, 2 and 3. So, suppose this for example, this is C, or you can take this point. This price, this will be, the T will be the part of 3 part, 1/3. And the price will be fixed from here to here. Say the letter is S, and the corresponding letter is OP2. OP2. Now, exactly, now take what is happening. Now look here. A will produce OC part, that is nothing but 1/3. B will produce CT part, that is 1/3. And the remaining TD part, this is also 1/3, that will remain. That means each one will produce, if there are 2 sellers or 2 producers, each one will produce 1/3 and 1/3. So total how much? 2/3. The remaining 1/3 will be left out. From this, what did you understand? That if there are, this is two producers of duopoly model. Augustine Cournot model can also be made applicable to more than 2 sellers or more than 2 producers. For example, let's see in this calculation, if there are 2 sellers or 2 producers, see, 2 producers, the total selling will be, total production will be 2/3. If there are 3 producers, or you can write the same thing, or you can write 2/2 plus 1. Instead of 3, I am writing here. If there are 3 producers, then all the 3 producers will produce 3/4 units of the entire. That means entire output will be divided into 4, and all the 3 will produce 3/4 together. Otherwise, 3/3 plus 1. So we come to a generalized formula for Cournot's model oligopoly. Suppose there is n number of producers, then the total output will be produced by all the n. N means 10. If 10 means 10/11. If there is n upon n plus 1. If there is n number of producers, then all the producers will produce n upon n plus 1. This is generalized formula. This is all about Cournot's model of oligopoly. Thank you.